Hi everyone, this is Lisa from No Problem Consulting again. Today I just wanted to brush off your Agri-Food pilot program because after the extension has been approved and then the people just realized the processing time for this certain type of program has been proved that it is the fastest before you actually get the decision from the CIC. So here is a official website. You can find all the information. So basically you would not need me to explain every single process of it, but I will just give you the exceptions and things that you need to pay serious attention to, and then the reason why for this stream being the fastest and then the easiest of like all federal immigration program. Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. Like our permanent residence fee has increased. That's not a big deal. So that's something that you need to pay attention to. We extended this pilot. So this pilot has been extended till May 14, 2025. So basically they are going to accepting application till 2025 Jan. So here is about the pilot program. So about the process itself, you need to have eligible Canadian work experience. You have to have a job offer from eligible industry and occupation, and you also have to have a language requirement, education requirement, and then you might have to have a fund if it is applicable for your situation. So here is the thing, you might want to know what is eligible Canadian work experience. So I'm here as working holiday visa and I worked as a butcher for 1 year. So am I eligible? No, it is not. So that's something you need to pay attention here. So it clearly says your Canadian work experience must be a minimum of 1 year of non-seasonal full-time work in the past 3 years. It says Canadian work experience. So if you were come out and say to me, hey, I used to live in Japan and I was working in a butcher for the last 3 years, am I eligible? No, you're not. It says your Canadian work experience. And 2, in one or more of the eligible occupation listed under one of the eligible industries. So that we will just go through the list of the eligibility occupation in a minute. And this is the last very, very important factor here. And people just do get really confused by these two. So it has to have, like your Canadian work experience must be earned through the temporary foreign worker program. So you were supposedly working as one of the occupation in the list with LMIA. That means this experience was supposedly be earned with your closed work permit, okay, not on your open work permit. So if you are spousal open work permit, if you had a PGWP, if you had working holiday visa, it doesn't really matter. Even though you are here as a valid work permit, and then you somehow gained your 1 year experience in one of this eligible industry, it does not count. Okay, so if you want to be eligible for this pilot program, you must apply under LMIA, which means you will be holding closed work permit. Okay, and then the full-time job has to be paid 30 hours a week and least blah blah blah, and it has to be non-seasonal. The things that is important is your eligible occupation list under one of the eligible industry. So eligible occupation list. So let's just move on to eligible occupation list. Eligible industry are those: meat products, greenhouse nursery, including mushroom production, animal production, excluding aquaculture. Okay, so when you see that, like the probably ones that I've seen, the most successfully done was butcher, meat cutter, another butcher, and also the laborer in food and beverage processing. Livestock harvesting labor, they're not that popular, so I will just move on to the next one. Okay, so basically annual application limit, you need to also pay serious attention to the limit. They will only process a maximum limit of 2,750 each year. Okay, but they stopped taking limit for individual occupation. So whoever applying for this Agri-Food pilot program, as long as there are still place open for any kind of occupation at the time of submission, you should be fine. And then when you apply it, you don't know if this whole cap is already been reached or not, but somehow you would not get into it, then they will just refund application fee. You know what that means? That means they're not going to notify you even though it is fully waitlisted, because they will probably process the one that is next on the queue when someone has been found to be not eligible for this program. Okay, and let's just go back to who can apply for this program, because we already gone through the work experience, the most important part, job offer. We know now what is the eligible industry and then what is the occupation that you need to show. And language requirements is all four in each section of your language assessment, and education requirement is Canadian High School Diploma Program or ECA report, and then the settlement fund. So settlement fund, I am just going to skip that factor because sometimes it's just not even necessary if you're here as a valid working visa. And most of the time, if you're here as a LMIA and close work permit, that settlement fund will be waived. So it seems to be rather too simple and is not that complicated in terms of meeting those requirements. And as a matter of fact, it is true. And people were asking me, for unionized position, the wage must be determined by the applicable collective agreements. So they were saying that, hey, because this is a unionized position, can I just still receive the minimum wage? No, guys. If you remember, you can only get this work experience, valid work experience, to be eligible for this permanent residence position going through LMIA processing. And if you do remember, what is required for the LMIA processing itself is you must have the wage that exceeds or meet the prevailing wage for the occupation. So and then the sad truth is, if it is unionized position, you guys are prone to have wage that it is actually more than prevailing wage. So that is a simple factor. So don't even bother if you were offered to have the minimum wage of that provinces you're applying for the Agri-Food pilot program. So here's the thing. If you are in Ontario and BC or some other provinces that you just realize there's no way you will meet the scoring points for those competitive provincial permanent residency program, this might be a type of job that you might want to go for. And again, this is not for everyone. This is for the certain occupation that is relatively very closely connected to the agri and food culture. Okay, so I hope this information is helpful for you, and this has been proven to be the fastest processing time, because this is one of the prioritized occupation that Canadian immigration are pushing really hard lately. I think they will probably keep doing that till 2025, maybe till 2026, because they are suffering really hard for having lack of people in this field of work. So thank you for watching my video today, and if you find it very helpful, and please subscribe and like my channel, and I will look forward to having you as my first consultant clients after watching this video. So yeah, have a good day. Bye.